Well, TV never had any restrictions before. When I was a young man, they were letting us do what we wanted. Aid, write a joke about Aid sticking his head out the window and his head gets knocked off and stops the train, gives his head a kicking. That was the stuff that you're not allowed to. I don't know if you're allowed to write nowadays or not. I'm not complaining. We had a studio audience for the young ones, and we had a studio audience for Bottom, and we got a studio audience now for the Statesman. I mean, it's a theatre audience. My life is just the same. It's just that the older I get, the funnier I get, the nastier I get. And Alan Bastard is such a fantastic character. I think as you get older, you've seen more, and you've seen how the Labour and Conservative parties have just merged. It was so horrific seeing what was happening to the British working class in the 1980s that we invented Alan, Lawrence Marks, Maurice Gran and myself, some kind of defence of the British working class. So put some kind of fight up, which we did successfully, and removed Thatcher. They're far more right-wing. New Labour is so far more right-wing. And that's why Alan Bastard is such a perfect character to represent that.
So you really feel that the time is now ripe to bring this character back?
Well, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't funny. And I don't think bringing Alan back, I think Alan's always been there. Alan invented New Labour. There are so many different things happening. Every time something happens in the paper, the boys, Lawrence Marks, Maurice Gran, if you know your comedy, then they are the men. They're two of the best comedy writers in the country, apart from Rik Mayall and Aid Edmondson.
Well, do you guys still hang out? Do you still see Aid?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he doesn't see me. His eyesight's gone. And he has to wear a nappy now. He's in a wheelchair. He can't barely hear or think, and they have to blue tack his teeth in. But it was amazing. Have you ever seen Holby City?
I try not to watch Holby City, to be honest.
I know. I'm with you. But Agent's in it, and it's just amazing what they can do with computers.
But he's your friend, and he's done different things to you. He did the one with Jonathan Creek.
They slept together?
Yeah, no, they didn't sleep together,
right.
But he was in that in a more straight role, whereas you tend to stick to more roles that you like showing off, don't you, on stage?
Well, I was offered Jonathan Creek. I turned it down. I was offered Bond. I don't know why they didn't take me to be Bond. I'm not making a fuss about that, but I don't...
What, James Bond?
Yeah.
You offered the part of James Bond?
Yes, I was, but I turned it down. It's kind of not quite that. I kind of wasn't given the part, and I don't know why. And perhaps it's because, I don't know, what do you think, too sexy? I think I know what it is. They're called In the Business.
Yeah.
Us grown-ups. That's great. I've always been known as the tripod. And I think that's probably why. Because when Rick comes out to sea with his shorts on,
yes,
it's like, whoa, he's got 3 legs, man. Yeah. And there's just, I know they can try and do things with computers. That's why I didn't get the Bond part.
That's why.
Yeah.
Did you? That wasn't in the script, I would imagine, as well.
Wasn't, but I do a bit of improvising when I'm doing scenes.
Do you ever look back and watch any of your old stuff? Do you ever watch The Bottom? I can put that on. If I'm feeling in a bit of a mood, me, my dad, my brother will sit down, and all you have to mention is the Sprouts of Evil, and we'll be all over the place. That face! I'm looking at that face. It's just that face. It will make me smile. It will make me laugh. The three of us will be folding like tinfoil on the floor. It was a good, happy time with some good writing, and I think correctly, me and Aid stopped at the top. When we went out on the road for 10 years, don't forget, and just in 2003 we said, okay, sensibly, so look, we've done this now. We're waiting for the next kind of gag to come along. So we've got Young Ones, you've got Filthy Rich and Cat Flap, you've got, The Statesman was a different thing, but and then you've got lots of comic strips, you've got Dangerous Brothers, you've got Bottom, and then you've got Bottom Live, and then that was only a couple of years ago, and we're sitting down waiting for the next thing to come along. It's just how it works. You can't expect Spike to do the Goons forever. This is a bit of a homecoming, though, isn't it, for Alan Bastard? Because he was one of the MPs in the Holton Prize, wasn't he? Oh, yes, absolutely, but that's because originally, Alan comes from Yorkshire, Lancashire, wherever you are up here. East Yorkshire, Northern Lincolnshire, we'll have that. Look, Alan comes from Yorkshire Television. Don't forget, Leeds, right? And that's where Alan came from, and this is why the boys picked somewhere nearby to be his constituency. What you've got here is, I don't think I've ever played anyone so evil and so unpleasant. You look at, you'll see the awful. Has he become more evil though? As you've got older, is he now more of a villain? Oh, infinitely so, yes. I'd love to tell you some stuff, but I would give away laughs on that are in the play. He lives at number 9 now, and there's terrible, terrible things happen. You will laugh more at this, and you will be in shock about this.
So that's what is funny. You see what you hate and you laugh at it. You ridicule it.
No, I know what you're saying. I mean, is it just you on stage? Is it a one-man thing, or do you have a cast of people? Tell me about
Condoleezza Rice is in it. Condoleezza Rice is in it. I've got to tell you what. I've got Gary Cooper, who's the greatest actor ever to come out of Hull. He was in Quadrophenia. He was in The Vice, and I'm serious. He's from Hull, and he's in it. He's one of the best fighters I've been with. I mean, A's busy doing Holby City, but Gary can really he can take a chair in the face beautifully.
There's not enough slapstick on TV. For me, there isn't.
I don't like the name slapstick.
Do you not?
No, it ridicules it. The correct term is violent comedy.
Okay.
It's not slapstick. No, it's violent comedy.
Violent comedy. Okay. Rik, it's been lovely talking to you today. It really has been. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. I'm going to buy my ticket.
Oh, I'll give you a ticket.
Rik, it's been a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you.
The Holy Theatre. Coming to the Holy Theatre. So come on down to the Holy Theatre. Come and see me get out. It's going to get the tripod is in action. It's going to be violent. It's going to be sexy. It's going to be good enough for Little Richard. Come and get it, baby. Come and get it, you Yorkshire people. The Yorkshire people is the people who I dig. Thank you, little.